Hi, I'm Bria from Georgia MSP, and here's a quick tip that many Windows users overlook. Right-clicking the Start menu unlocks a powerful shortcut menu with direct access to key system tools. Let me show you. When you right-click the Start button or press the Windows key plus X, this menu appears. It's called the Power User menu, and it gives you fast access to critical functions without you having to dig through settings or search boxes. Let's take a look at each of these menus. First up, there's Installed Apps. Depending on your device and your Windows system, this may say Programs and Features or Apps and Features, but it all leads to the same menu. This opens a settings page where you can uninstall apps, manage optional features, and modify installed programs. Next up, let's take a look at Mobility Center. If you're on laptop, you'll likely see Mobility Center. This is a control panel that's just for portable devices, so you shouldn't find it on a desktop PC, for instance. But it's a really great tool for portable things like your laptop because it opens up quick access settings to things like presentation mode, which you can turn on and off. It's perfect for on-the-go adjustments without having to hunt through menus while you're presenting. You can also sync settings, connect a display and manage that connected display, see your battery status if your toolbar is unavailable. You can adjust the volume or mute, and you can handle your screen's brightness just in this quick, easy little menu without having to click through every individual setting for each thing. Next up, we have Power Options. If you need to manage your battery settings or change what happens when you close with the lid, that is where you want to go. But instead of having to hunt through search, you can just right-click the Start menu and go right there. And then here, you can adjust power mode and choose if it will be balanced, best performance, best power efficiency, whatever works for you and your device. Some devices need more or less. You can choose what happens when your device is idle. You can adjust your energy saver settings by choosing when it turns on, what it does, and you can control what happens when you close the lid, press the power and sleep buttons, and everything like that. Moving on, let's talk about Event Viewer. Now, Event Viewer isn't something that the everyday computer user would need to go to, but if you're somebody that's troubleshooting a crash or an error, you can use this settings page to view logs and system messages. And right here in the overview, it tells you that you can view events that have occurred by selecting the appropriate source, log, or custom view node in the console tree. It's all right here and super easy to access, which is great if you need it. Next up, we have something that's probably very familiar to a lot of users, the Systems page. Clicking this in the menu will take you straight to your computer's About page, and that's where you can learn your computer's storage, graphics card, RAM, processor information. It lets you see the name of your PC or rename it. And also, you can copy your device specifications, which is something that'll be very useful if you're communicating with an IT professional or any other person and trying to get some help on your computer. They'll need to know all of this information to properly help you out. And you can also see your Windows specifications, such as the edition, version, when it was installed, the OS build, and everything like that. So this is probably the most useful for somebody who isn't very tech savvy, but they want to be able to communicate information to somebody else. Next up, we have a must-know for resolving hardware issues, Device Manager. When you go into Device Manager, it takes you to this menu where you can look at and update, repair, eject all of your hardware devices. More often than not, I've ended up coming here for audio issues on old computers, but otherwise, it's not really something that you have to go to. A lot of the times, your drivers will update themselves, or you get notifications to update them if you have Dell, and it takes you to the web page where you update your drivers. So this isn't really a need to use, but it is a must know if there is ever a time where you have to do something manually. Next up is another tool that's great for troubleshooting. If you need to troubleshoot your internet, Network Connections takes you straight to your adapter settings. And here you can change your Wi-Fi, look at which Wi-Fi you're on. You can adjust Ethernet settings, add, connect, and manage VPNs, work with hotspot, airplane mode, proxy, dial-up, and all these things. So if you ever need to do something that deals with internet connection, that is where you go. Keeping up with the device management theme, you have disk management. If you're partitioning a drive or formatting a USB stick, that is where you go. Opening disk management lets you see all connected storage devices so you can refresh them, delete them, eject them, and all those types of things. It also shows you your capacity, the health status of your disk, and it's really useful for managing these devices. The next tool we have is computer management. Computer management bundles several tools actually, like Task Scheduler, Event Viewer, Disk Management, and it puts them all in one place. And the good thing about this is, like before, it has an overview that tells you how to do things if you don't know how, and all of the actions are right on the side toolbar, very accessible and easy to see. Our next tool is something slightly more advanced, but it's not something that the everyday person should be afraid of. That is the terminal menu. Depending on your system version and settings, this could also be called PowerShell or Command Prompt. These are basically command line tools for advanced tasks, which lets you control your computer using text commands instead of clicking around. It's kind of like a conversation with your computer that's great for automating tasks, fixing problems, or changing settings quickly. And while it's mainly used by IT pros, anyone can learn a few basic commands to save time and get more control over their PC. Next up, we have Task Manager, which is probably my most commonly used tool. Task Manager is a built-in Windows tool that helps you see what your computer is doing. You can use it to check which apps are running, how much memory or CPU is being used, and you can force close frozen programs. That might actually be my favorite use of Task Manager, or at least the one that I use the most. If something's frozen and refuses to let me close it, I'm going to open up Task Manager and take care of it. Now, Task Manager is commonly opened by pressing Ctrl-Alt-Delete and selecting Task Manager from the little menu that comes up, or by right-clicking the taskbar and choosing it from the menu. But if you ever just need to get to it through the right-clicking on the Windows button, there it is, you know? It's nice to have several ways to get to something, I think. Moving on, let's get into things that may be a bit more simple or self-explanatory, but I still want to talk about. You can click on Settings and it'll take you to the Settings app. This is your central hub for customizing and managing your PC. You can adjust things like your display and sound, Wi-Fi, privacy, user accounts, and much more. It's all in one place, but some of the things, again, as you've seen, you can just get to through that right-click menu. And for the next option down, we have File Explorer. File Explorer lets you browse all the files and folders on your computer. Whether you're looking for the documents, downloads, pictures, or desktop files, this is the place to find and organize them. It's basically your digital filing cabinet, but I think everyone's familiar with File Explorer, so that's pretty much all I'm gonna say. Now we have the search and run options. And while they're pretty self-explanatory, it might be like, why do I need this if I have this? So before we do anything, I'm going to go into my taskbar settings and hide my search box. That way, this will make more sense. So when you right click and then click search, it'll open up that search menu for you just like that. So if you want a cleaner taskbar without the search bar in it, that's what you need to do. The run button is another useful tool in that sense, where it lets you launch apps or system tools quickly using shortcuts. In this case, I'll do the configuration, which is msconfig, You type it in and it opens the system configuration menu. And in a later video, I will see if I can go over a lot of those shortcuts that might be useful. Just because now that you know that you can do it, why wouldn't you want to know some shortcuts that you can use? Underneath those, we have another button option that's kind of just like a way to give you multiple ways to do one thing. Obviously, you can shut down your computer with the power button. If you put it in settings, you can do it by closing the lid, or you can just click the start menu and do it that way. But if you want to get to it in a couple of quick clicks, there you go. Shut down or sign out, and it gives you the option to sign out, sleep, shut down, and restart. Simple as that. Last but certainly not least, we have desktop. Selecting desktop from the start menu, right click, quickly minimizes all open windows so you can see your desktop. It's a fast way to access shortcuts or clear the clutter without actually closing anything. And that's your quick guide to the hidden tools you can access by right-clicking the start menu. These shortcuts can save you time and give you more control over your entire Windows experience, so try using them next time instead of hunting through settings. And if you want to learn more, drop a comment. Tell us if you'd like us to cover basic run commands or command prompt tips in a future video. We'd love to hear what you're curious about so we can continue curating a YouTube channel that's for you. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give it a like and hit subscribe so you never miss easy tutorials just like this.